Hey guys, it's Rich with your Monday spot on the Pagan Perspective. This week's topic comes from our very own Angelo and is about being disconnected from deities. So he writes, people often complain about not feeling connected with the gods. What do you think connecting with the gods is? And what for you are signs that you feel connected or disconnected from the gods? So being connected to deity for me, first off, let's go with what do you think connecting with the gods is? For me, connecting with deity is about having that social interaction or that meditative state, that sense of being one-on-one with them, where you feel that they are there for you, that you are connecting with them in a personal way, that you are. And it's hard to describe for me what being connected to deity is, but it's kind of a feeling of bliss in a way. It's very hard for me to describe. It's kind of that inner comfort of knowing that, me and my deity we're on a level playing field of I ask them to help me, or I ask them for advice and they're giving it, and I'm hearing them loud and clear, that we have this reciprocal asking and giving, or them asking and me giving of myself in whatever ways they need. So that to me is what connecting to deity is, or how I view connecting with deity. What are signs that you feel connected or disconnected from deities or from gods? For me, feeling connected, like I said, is about that comfort feeling, knowing that you're doing all that you can to connect with them, and they are doing what they do to connect with you. It's whenever things seem to fall into place, when things seem to go according to a plan, or even if they're not according to your plan, that they're going according to a plan that seems to have been laid out, and everything's kind of, all the chips are falling where they should be, in order for your life to go a little bit more smoothly. Being connected doesn't mean that you're going to have a walk in the park. You're definitely going to have challenges. I believe that deities put in challenges in our way in order for teaching moments. So even though you may be connected, it doesn't necessarily mean that everything's going to be easy. It's more so that there's a purpose behind it. Being disconnected from deity, things kind of seem disjointed. They seem like, nothing makes sense. Why is this happening? And you're not getting any answers. If you're, slinging down tarot cards and you just really cannot concentrate on anything, that to me is, for me, a sign of being disconnected. And I've had that in the more recent past, where, certain things happen with my daily works and whatnot, that I don't get the chance, or I don't have the time to connect with deity as I wish that I could. There are some days where I wish that I could spend the entire day just reading about deity, or sitting in communion with deity, or just sitting in quiet contemplation and allowing those messages to come in and allowing my messages to go out. So for me, feeling disconnected is all about having that foggy mindset where you're kind of going through, I guess the best way to describe it is wet cement, where you're just trying to find your footing. So to me, that's a sign of feeling disconnected. And in order to combat that, I need to carve out those hours, or even the small time slots, in order to sit down and say, this is something important. I need to make time for this. And whether that means waking up a little bit earlier, if I need to wake up, say I normally wake up at 7 o'clock ish. If I need to wake up at 6 o'clock and do a little bit of reading, Or if I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock or 10, then maybe take out an extra hour. Maybe take out an extra hour before I turn in for the night. Cut off that time and say, okay, from this time to this time, I'm going to do something, even if it's small, even if it's only for an hour, to connect with Deity. So that's one way that I try to connect with Deity in those times whenever I feel disconnected, is try to carve out those little tiny times to actually combat that disconnection that I feel. So I think that's all that I have for this week. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.